Hi everybody, it's Rob, me again. This time, this video is about product development. Now again, you've done your research over and over. In fact, very often you can get to this point, do your product development and realize that's not working for me. And 3 months later, go back to the research or the research that you'd previously done and develop a new range of products to try again until you get it right. Okay. Now, I'm not likely to ever let's just go with not likely to be going to teach you or try to teach you how to make crafts. There's enough YouTube videos on that, and there's lots of them are far better at explaining than I am. But what I do want to tell you is that it's very easy to make a craft the hard way, that you can be busy on it for hours. Let me give you an example. A craft I make these key rack holders that look like little villages on the side of the Scandinavian seaside village thing with a key rack. I make those mostly for fun. Now you can make them very complicated. I'm looking at a very complicated one. That's why I sound funny when I turn and look at it and think, what was I thinking? There could be, 4 hours of work in that one. How do you justify? Remember, there's going to be pricing, how to price your crafts. That's somewhere else in the system. But when you're developing your craft, you need to know the production time, the materials you need, and all the other cost factors that go into that. And just at the very least, 4 hours at minimum wage makes this little thing here next to me, and it's not that little, to be honest, at minimum is $60 before I make a profit. In other words, it's covered production time. You can call it profit if you like, because it's your wages, I guess. But minimum wage, come on. So it's far easier to make a very, very simple one that's got a really cool cutout on your jigsaw. No. So anyway. Oh, wow, brain. And put it together in an hour, and you can now sell that for $25, and because it's cheaper, you'll sell 10 times more most of the time. But anyway, that's not what this is about. So what I'm trying to tell you is you need to test your products. You need to create multiple versions of those products that your research has told you might be a good idea. You need to carefully cost out everything so as you know your projected selling price is accurate. There's a book. I've got a book on it, how to price your goods. If not, Google it. Throw it into AI and ask, how do I price my crafting goods? Okay. So all of those things calculated, and you will now have 20, 30 variations, as many as 3 to 300. No, don't even make 300. 3 to 30 variations of the niche product you want to make. And then go out and test them. Put them on a market. Put them on a marketplace. Run some ads. Test it. And when you get feedback, but better still, by the way, go to a craft market, because that's where you can see eyeballs, what people are looking at and going, oh, that's so amazing. Oh, how much is this? And of course, not how much is this. The price tag is on your product. Don't have a market where there's no prices visible. Anyway, so testing. That feedback will give you proof that you can make and sell profitably the product that your research told you is in demand. It's that simple. That's all this is about. Cool. Let me get on to the next video. Oh, incidentally, sorry, my bad. This product development is probably not likely to have, what's the word I'm looking for? An entire page and multiple books and things on it. It's covered inside of the some of the books. Let me find you some of the books. Anyway, yeah, so let's just go with Craft Research Guide. It's probably in there. Craft Marketing Playbook. It'll be in there. So yeah, Blueprint for Craft Marketing, the free one, it'll be in there too. So, but incidentally, perhaps not 100% this way I've told you. It is a way that I developed myself over the years and found it very effective. And where have I gone? I was on the website. Oh, pay attention, Rob. I've proved over the years that making it and then putting it out for display amongst its fellow samples Because if you making, let me try and think, breadboards and tea trays, and you've got a whole booth full of tea trays and breadboards, and here you come along with this key rack thing, and only one, it's not going to give you a proper feedback. But if you went there and you split your entire booth in half, and all your tea trays and your, what was the other thing I said, breadboards, all on this half of the mock, and the other half there's your 3 versions of all 30. So literally 30, 90, 100 products that you've manufactured to check. And if people go, ooh, and ah, or if you go home with all of them, then you know, oh. So done. Okay, I'm done with this video. Let's get to the next one. Thanks. Cheers.